Hello, people of South Africa. Today, I'm just addressing this issue of people, trajecting their focus on the enemy. You cannot control what everybody thinks of you, whether you do the right thing, whether you do the wrong thing. But at some point, somewhere, somehow, I'm just going to be very crystal clear, quite frankly, in a nutshell, that you cannot control what everybody thinks of you, whether you do the right thing, whether you do the wrong thing. But people have their own perspective, their own perceptions, their own conclusion about whatever that you do. I could hear people saying, whether they like it or not, we will succeed in spite of the witches and what's not and so forth bewitching us left, right, back, and center. We will succeed. You could see that the main focus of this particular individual, it is predicated on the enemy. Just aloof yourself from the enemy. On this planet, whether you like it or not, whether you're being patronized or you felt like being treated unfairly, that is trivial. The main focus, it's you focusing in your craft, to accelerate, to grow. The only way the enemy could be conquered, the only way the enemy will be defeated, it is by you focusing on your craft. Accelerate, grow, expand, elevate. Focus on what pays. Don't focus on the enemies. I could hear people latching on the enemies. They say, that is why I'm not succeeding. That is why I'm not moving forward. Everything is stagnant. Nothing is accelerating. Just simply because there are plenty of people who hate me, who doesn't want to see me succeeding in all of these things. All I'm going to say here is that just focus on your craft. That what matters the most. You see, obviously, while you're in the journey of all these things that you endeavor to accomplish in this planet, some people won't be happy about it. Some people won't applaud for you. Some people will traject some elements of resentment to whatever that you're trying to initiate, to whatever that you're trying to establish. But just focus on yourself, on you. Fight the enemy within. Don't waste your energy, your power. Don't waste your focus, your attention on people who doesn't want to see you succeeding. The focus, the prerequisite is you to accelerate, to move forward. Let us shift our paradigms from people who doesn't want to see us doing well in life. You're gonna waste your time hating people, holding grudges. You're gonna end up like reciprocating that hate. Trying to traject elements of resentment towards people, trying to withstand whatever that they say. That is not your job. That is not your activity. You don't have to retaliate. You don't have to respond to all of these things, because you cannot change what people thinks about you. You cannot change what people says about you, but you can change the way you are. You can change your current location. If you may be living in a very dilapidated place, driving a very bad car or whatever the case may be, earning less salary, what else? Maybe you have a very ugly girlfriend, if I could put it that way. I don't believe there is anyone who is ugly. Some people might not look clear. Some people not look pretty awesome to you, but other people can see beauty on those things. So whether you like it, my message is very clear. It's very transparent. I am saying to you today that don't focus on the enemy. Let the enemy does whatever they please to do, because it is their duty to do so. I don't care whether they adjudicate you, predicating based on what they construed about you. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Work harder on yourself rather than you do in people. Don't try to work hard to persuade, to convince people that you are a good candidate, that you are a good person, you are of good ethics and good conduct. No, 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 no. That's time consuming trying to do that. Irrespective of what you do, whether you do the right thing, whether you do the wrong thing, but at some point, somewhere, somehow, people will lash on you, people will hate you for no good reason. Some people just hate that you so freaking focus in your craft. They could see the potential outcome of your calibration, what you put in. Just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. That is why even if you go to Christian Bibles, I'm not a Christian. I'm not categorizing myself as a Christian, but there is a verse. Let me try to recall this verse. It is in the book of Colossians, chapter 3, from verse 1. It says, "Let us set our minds and our hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God." That's what you should be focusing on from now on and so forth, propelling forward. Just focus on yourself. Work harder on yourself than you do on other people. Numbers don't lie. Just simply because you're succeeding, you're accelerating, you're moving forward, you're very focused on your craft, things are starting to happen, left, right, back, and center. They can't ignore you. Be good at something that they can't ignore you, even if they resent you, even if they hate you, even if they could try to throw some words like stones towards you. Just ignore them. Don't try to be belligerent and arrogant, trying to hate back, trying to be defensive. Sometimes silence helps you in a long run rather than to try to retaliate or reciprocate hate. It is totally not good in humanity. Be a very benevolent person. And I'm quite sure I'm also reprehensible, to whatever that I'm saying, because some other people will see it in another angle, in a different manner. So all I'm saying is focus on yourself. You are the candidate that matters the most. Devote yourself in your craft, grow yourself, learn continuous and endless, infinite lessons. Just learn in life, learn a lot from different people. There are plenty of numerous ways to learn. You can learn from just listening to radio, you can learn by just watching something on YouTube, you can learn as well on TV. It matters as well to people whom you follow. Follow people who are succeeding, people who are accelerating, people who are moving forward. You're not going to be left behind. You will never be left behind. Just focus on yourself. Outgrow yourself. Irrespective of what you're going through right now, even if it doesn't make sense on your logic, even when you're facing some tremendous setbacks, even all the odds doesn't make sense to you, just focus on the craft. People that succeed are people who are able to cut through the noise and focus on what matters the most. That's what you should be focusing on. There are a lot of distractions, don't be staggered and steered by people that doesn't want to see you succeeding. I'm not saying the world is engulfed or is besieged by enemies. Some people are right people, they don't hate you, they are supporting you. They're very supportive of whatever that you do. They can even go the extra mile in a larger degree, far by extension, trying to help you, to give you good advice, even though they might not be pundits in that particular sector, But according to what they know, together with their experience, they could be able to give you the right information that could probably lead you somewhere, It's fine. Not all of the people are educated enough about whatever that you endeavor, whatever that you pursue. But those who are like throwing good words, give you motivation, incentivize you to grow and all of these things, just focus on that. Focus on the good. Just have an honest expectation of good things. It literally costs nothing to have hope. Hope is an honest expectation of good things. Just focus on that. Please just focus on that. And life, you should consider the fact that life is about growth, life is about improvement, life is about elevating in another dimension. Yes, you will come across situations whereby it kind of feels like you're being paranoid. People are like maybe pejoratizing you. Some people are not pacifist, or they might do things or say things that will sparkle up anger towards you, that will wipe you off. But just be very congruent, just be very coherent in whatever that you do. It will help you in a longer run. Focus on your craft. That's really what matters. That what matters the most. I'm going to say to you tonight that brace up and step ahead, move forward. These generations are yet to perceive the best from you. Be a good example on this coming generation. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely one.